Annihilation.
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 1 minute at a time.
What have you seen in your 100 years? If asked, what would you say? Of the dozen families that lived in your walls? Of the hundreds of children at play? Did the boys slide down the banister rail to a mother's angry scolding? How many laughs and how many tears have marked the years unfolding? Every time a floorboard creaks, the sound tells a story. 100 summers in their heat, 100 Christmas glories. Here in this kitchen, a dozen mothers have left their stories behind. Open the cupboards, look and see, there a tale you'll find. Old recipe on yellowed paper, phone numbers scribbled on doors, a catalog from 65, 1950s floors. 100 years of living, these walls have seen each day. A dozen families loved this place, then sadly moved away. And now you sit, empty, forlorn. Your dusty halls are still, but memories linger in these walls, and memories always will. Do ghosts hide here in your shadows? Are there secrets hidden well? Oh, that you could only speak the tales that you could tell. To walk your halls in quiet step, just listen, hear the story that an old house can clearly tell in matchless oratory. I am the years gone by, and yet I welcome you within. This empty house can be your home. A new tale can begin. Rick W. Cotton, To an Old House. Purdue, a town evacuated and overgrown. Topiary people stand nearby. Radek has just theorized that the shimmer refracts everything. Light, radio waves, DNA.
Animal DNA, plant DNA, all DNA.
Thorensen, troubled, wants to know what that means.
What do you mean all DNA?
In the script, Lena answers. Lena, you know what she means, Thorensen. She means our DNA. Lena lets the leaf drop. Lena continued, whatever's happening to everything else will also be happening to us. In the film, we are framed solely on Ventress, sitting, eating. She answers. Her eyes remain angled past camera toward Radek. Dr. Ventress. She's talking about our DNA. Ventress pauses, raises her right hand to her mouth, and eats one of whatever it is that she is snacking on. And she looks now to the left at Thorensen, chewing as she speaks. Dr. Ventress continued. She's talking about us. The script says, in the low sun, everything upright as silhouette, fringed with gold. On the ground, the long shadows of the women and the plant statues are fringed with chromatic aberration and are indistinguishable from each other. Instead, in the film we cut, second 7, to a house. Overgrown, the sun beyond it to the left, an overgrown shed to the right. The top of a swing set barely noticeable above the tall grass to the left. Another small structure closer on the right. A lone topiary figure stands center right, midfield. He is mostly covered in pink flowers. This shot should feel familiar. Minute 6 we saw this same house. Then, it was not overgrown. Minute 6 I said we will return to this exterior, unexpectedly, and all of this play of memory versus reality, psychology versus the environment will be upended.
Go home, When I was 15, I was very confused. I made a bad habit out of breaking the rules. The kitchen window was my door to the night, and when I got caught, they made me stay home. I was 20 years old when I met you, and as soon as I saw you, I knew what I had to do. I still remember the way you looked, how I wanted to tell you I want to take you home, it's for or what it's about, but until I find out, I'll just call it home.
This topiary person might be one iteration of Kane, watching for Lena to arrive. This is Lena's and Kane's house, but overgrown. A deliberate visual design, but also, in practical terms, Ville Perdu is near Fort Amaya and may consist of military housing. Lena and Kane may have lived in military housing. One cookie-cutter house is the same as any other. The same porch swing, the same swing set, the same picnic table, the same sun setting on the same couple clinging desperately to one another as the world overwhelms them both. This is the shimmer, expanding. Maybe this is literally Lena's and Kane's house. We do not know how close they lived to Area X. It is possible that in the 4 months since Lena entered the shimmer, this alien landscape has expanded to encompass her home, just as it encompassed her life and her husband's life. Which does not really make sense given the current path the women are taking, heading for the shore based on the location of the sun. But practical explanations that mirror figurative ones would be more interesting. Minute 7, Lena was home alone, waiting for Kane to return. Now perhaps, topiary Kane waits alone for Lena to return. The topiary figure does seem to be facing the house. A beat, and then the women come into frame from left. Lena, then Radek, then Ventress, then Thorensen. Lena nears the porch, and we cut second 27 to angle from inside the house, through a screen door, as the women approach. Lena looks inside before opening the door, stepping quickly around it to hold it open with her foot. Second 38 angle on stairs, the dining room beyond to the left, the same shot we had in minute 6. except the table is different, the chairs are different, and one is knocked over, although maybe Lena knocked that over when she saw the blood in the water. The curtains in the kitchen are different, the banister is different, the stairs are carpeted Hollywood style instead of waterfall, and overgrown with plant life from above. There is only one picture frame on the wall to the right, and the walls are yellow, like this house is as rotten inside as it is overgrown outside. Lena passes by the left of camera and between us and the stairs. Does she notice the resemblance? Does this feel like home? Or does soldier mode distract her from the similarities? She stops at the bottom of the stairs and looks up. How many times did she stop at the bottom of those stairs and hope she saw Kane when she looked up? Ventress comes into frame next. Radek must have stopped or turned left into the living room. Ventress passes right by Lena and walks to the dining room. Lena looks at the framed picture on the wall. Does she see herself? Does she see another unhappy wife just like her? Does she see another missing husband? Second 47, angle from inside the living room on the entryway. Lena at the bottom of the stairs behind Thorensen. Thorensen at the threshold to the living room. She looks to her left, our right, then ahead, directly toward camera as she keeps walking. No sign of Radek. Thorensen turns to her right, our left, and passes out of frame to the left. Lena turns her attention toward and then approaches the living room. Camera pans right with Lena as she removes her rifle strap. Second to 55, angle from inside the kitchen on the living room. Radek is not immediately noticeable in this shot. Thorensen approaches the kitchen, but stops short. Lena heads for the front windows. Thorensen turns around, removing her rifle and her pack. Radek becomes visible to the right in the living room, hidden beyond the wall that separates the living room from the kitchen. She also seems to be setting down her things. Thorensen sets down her pack, but holds onto her rifle as she sits in a chair to the right, and time runs out for this minute.
We spoke. What was it we said?
Wordlessly watching, he waits by the window and wonders at the empty place inside.
Annihilation is all we are.
Annihilation.